Hey Cacher, Derek here, Break 6 Clan. We're back in the workshop and we are going to be working on a smart cache with a sound module, but no programming. How's that work? Well, you're gonna stick around and find out. Let's get started. All right, so one of the first steps I need to do is that I need to cut out the birdhouse. And once again, I'm gonna be using this PVC board. And it's really great because one, prices here in the US for wood has skyrocketed, so I'm gonna be using this PVC board, plus it's really durable. So first thing I need to do is get the measurements and cut out the PVC board for the cache. Now, last time, remember when you're cutting PVC board, I gave you some tips, mistakes that I made. One, I didn't have a mask on, and that was a big mistake because dust went everywhere. So definitely gonna be using a mask this time. And then the other tip that somebody mentioned in the previous video was to tape it down, and that may cut down on some of the dust as well. So I'm gonna try that today. So let's get the pieces cut out with the PVC board, and then we'll go from there. All right, so now I've got all those pieces cut out to make this birdhouse. And yeah, I wore my mask, which helped a lot. And the tip that one of the viewers gave me of using tape on the PVC worked out great. Yeah, there's still PVC dust, but it wasn't quite as bad. So now what I need to do is go through and take the tape off and start gluing it together. And what I'm gonna do is just gonna put the bottom, the back, and one of the sides on right now, because there's a piece that goes on the inside, because I'm gonna make an internal door for this that I will have to get some final measurements for and run across my table saw to get those final cuts. So let's get that all glued together. All right, so now I got the bottom, the side, and the back now glued on, and I just used my heavy-duty PVC cement to do this. No nails involved. Got that all glued together. Now what I need to do is take the inside piece, which I have here, and I've already got it taped up to do the cut so I can run it along through my table saw. And I'm actually gonna be doing 2 cuts because I also need to put a hinge on the inside so it'll open up. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna go ahead and run it through my table saw and get so it will fit inside the box, and then also do that extra cut so I can put a hinge in. So let's get it cut. All right, so now I've got the inside piece cut up into 2 pieces. This part is where the hinges are gonna be going on the inside, so when it opens, it has that room to be able to open on the inside. And what I need to do now with this is go ahead and take my other piece here, the main birdhouse, and I need to find the location that I want it on the inside, and I'm gonna glue that into place. And then the next step, as I'm doing that, I'm also gonna take the other piece and I'm gonna use my keypad that I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna get that mounted onto the door itself, the internal door, the really small skinny door. And what I'm gonna be using, a real simple trick that I use because I can't see where these holes are through this PVC board, is that I'm going to simply use some parchment paper to redraw the keypad on here and then transfer it to the board so I can put those screws in so I can get it locked into place on the board. And then I'm also gonna just mount the back of the latch on there as well, and then that part is ready for the next step. All right, so now I've got the keypad in place and I got the wall over here ready to go. However, it failed. And the reason why it failed is because if I get the mechanism back here where it actually does the locking, it doesn't make it past the door or the latch, the strike plate, where it actually locks into. And then if I get it where it clears it, then it doesn't lock. So, you know, sometimes when you're building a gadget, it doesn't always work, and this time you got to see it kind of fail. I still really do like this keypad, even though it's too deep for this type of build. So I was hoping it was going to work, but you know, measuring just didn't quite get it there. And if we could shave it off about 1/4 of an inch, that would probably work really well, but where the batteries are, it just doesn't do it. But hey, you know, I really do, like I said, like this keypad, and I really wanted to add that in there. I also was going to add a cool sound module into this that was going to kind of make it even raise that bar up. But I'm hoping to maybe come back and be able to fix this. Or, hey, you know, if you come up with a way that I might be able to do this, leave me a comment down below. I'd really love to hear it, because I really do want to salvage this build somehow and see what we can create. But hey, you know, it's what it is. A lot of times these fail, sometimes they make it, and you got to see me fail right here on Behind the Cache. But hey, you know what? Don't go anywhere. Go check out another one of these videos just right over here, where I actually did finish a gadget or a part of a gadget. So, but go check out one of those videos just right over there and find the story behind the cache.